Hello and welcome to the video on showing you how to use push button download pages. Very simple. Let's go ahead and get started. When you open the software up, you're going to see the browser title as the first one. I'm going to be working with the next buttons here. Of course, previous is not highlighted yet because we haven't done anything. Okay, so your browser title, of course, that's what people see in the top of the browser. And title, basically. So I put down here, people search on the internet real hard for thank you for your order, thank you, here's your download page, and such as. Sometimes it's best not to, put that in there because it's easy for them to find. So it's up to you. But I went ahead and put order complete, thank you. Okay, now the top heading of the page, this is going to be the very first thing that they see. So, we'll go ahead and put in like, welcome to our download page, or thank you for your order. How about that? Okay, we got that. And of course, if you'll pay attention to the information here, it's telling you what we're asking, okay? Let's go ahead and move right ahead. Okay, subheader, sometimes called subline, tagline. This goes up under there in smaller text. And this will become clear when I show you the page that we're producing. Okay, the main introduction area, and this could be, you were charged by PayPal, whatever kind of information that you want. I generally wouldn't put any type of information, like advertisements or anything. Just a welcome, and, that's basically what I'd use. I pasted some text in here, and you notice that we can use HTML code here. You could actually use a P and close it with a /P for a paragraph and do the same thing as the breaks. It's totally up to you what you'd like to put in here. Okay, now we go and we have an add area. Okay, this can be an opt-in form or information like that, or you can actually, I always like to put my ads down below the downloads and use an opt-in form at top. I have provided you with some code. It's from what I made with a program called Composer. It's not the best program to make HTML code, but what it does is you'll notice that in here it goes ahead and types in the includes the font family and everything, and I think that's always best, because you can use a special area and put CSS code, but just keep it simple like this right here. Make up your code with something like Composer and just paste it in, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take this, and again, I've given you this example code in the download. So I'm just going to copy it, and we'll paste it in. Go next. Okay, now here is an add area below the downloads. This is where I'm going to start advertising stuff, okay? Again, this code is given to you already, so you can see the example. Just going to copy, paste it in, Control C and a Control V. Add area 2 below the downloads. You can have another area, use it for whatever you would like. You don't have to use it at all as far as that goes. You can leave this totally blank if you would like, but it is an area to add some more. You don't want to, spam them to death with ads, but go ahead. It makes a pretty page like this, and you'll see. I copied that and put it in. That's just a paragraph. There's no table or anything. Okay, footer links. We can actually put in here like the privacy policy and terms of service and anything like that that you would like to put in there. Of course, you can leave it blank if you like. Notice I put it in here. I'm not going to hyperlink at this time. That's easy enough for you to do. I'm going ahead and centered it. Okay, your help desk URL or contact email. You can enter a full URL in, or you can actually use the mail to tag like we've got down here. So you would just put either one, whichever one you'd like to use. We'll just use Google there as an example. Okay, now show directories. This is where you can actually explain it down here, but what you can do is if you have a large amount of downloads, say you have videos, PDFs, exe files, and you want to separate them into folders, you can do so. Instead of having them all in one page or one download area, you can put them in folders and kind of make it easier for people to find. And you could also use it like a little membership area if that's what you'd like to do, separate all the downloads. So we're going to do a true here because I want to show you the example. If you put false in, of course, it's not going to index any directories. Forced downloads. A lot of browsers have built-in like PDF readers and such as these days, and if you've got a PDF, say for instance, it'll just try to open it if you don't force the download. And what you're doing is if you do a true, you're forcing them to download it to their drive instead of reading it in their browser. Okay, it's got a little simple built-in file manager, and plan on updating it later to get a little more advanced, but it basically allows you to upload files, rename, change permissions, move them, and such as. It's kind of neat. You don't have to use it, of course, but you know, like I put here, go ahead and fill out the password, and you can delete this if you don't like it in your directory. The name of the file is already down here. You can delete it later. It gives you, a real strong password. Make sure you use a real strong one. Okay, header script. If you've got like you want to use a pop-up, exit pop-up, or anything like that that goes up in what they call the header area, you can paste your script in here. You could actually, again, this would be a little more advanced, but you could actually use this to paste in CSS for any of your special you did in the HTML areas. But say that's advanced, and those that would use it understand what I'm saying. Those that don't, leave it as is. Okay, and again, if you're not going to use this area, leave it blank. Don't enter anything at all. Same way with the footer script, you can do the same thing. You can use this for Google. You can use it for any type of some pop-up scripts. Tell you to place it in the footer area. Okay, now we're finishing, and what we're going to do is go ahead and save it. I have got the pop-up here, and I have chosen a folder to save it to. Okay, and I now have saved it, of course, and it's in the folder and ready to go. They are PHP files, and for most people, you won't be able to display them on your computer. You'll have to upload them FTP to the server, and you'll notice that that's all there is in here is just these files. This README was displayed in the software after we did this, but there's no use covering that. You'll see how that is after when you use it. These two files, this is the file manager I was talking about. If you don't want to use it, just simply delete it. Okay, it's not going to hurt anything, but you may want to leave it in there and use the password that you set up a while ago and test it out. You may actually fall in love with it, and again, I hope to improve upon it and in the future here. And of course your index file, and here's your images and such as in here. So let's go ahead and get it uploaded and show you a page. Okay, and what you would do, of course, is transfer the files via FTP. Now I'm working on a local machine here, so I'm not going to really be using FTP in this instance, but it's just as simple as transferring files from your computer to the server. There's nothing special about that. Okay, so I've got a local machine here. You'll notice I've got my index and the file. That's all I've got. All right, so let's take a look here at the page that we produced, and there it is. That is the code that we sit there and entered in. That's what the page will look like. There's our top here. Information. Here is the actual opt-in form that we put above the downloads. You don't see any downloads yet. I'm going to show you here in just a second. And this is the add below the downloads that I put in with the table, the example that you've also got. Here's the paragraph that I put in. There's the footer information. There's my contact information, and that's it. Okay, now let's show you the magic. Now here's the cool part, all right? What we're going to do is we're going to transfer some files over, Again, I'll point out I'm not using FTP, working on a local machine, but there's no difference if I was dragging and dropping. If this was an FTP program, I'd be doing the same thing, okay? So I've got over here in another window, you can't really see it, but with all of a bunch of files here that just test files that I'm going to show you. I'm going to drag them over just like I was going to do FTP. I'm going to copy them in, and you'll notice I've got a text file, a PDF, and let's see, there's a zip file, there's an X file, there's a couple of folders here, okay? Remember, this folder will never be indexed no matter what. I've got it set so that will not happen. So you've got this and this. Now let's go back in and show you the magic. We're going to reload the page. And bam, there are your downloads. Okay, so notice that just for instance here, let me show you this folder. Let's just say that I'm tired of this file, okay? I'm going to delete it. Same thing if I was on the FTP program, I'm going to delete it. Let's go back over here, and you'll notice that it's there. We do a reload, and it's gone. It's just that simple. Let's go ahead and put it back. Drag it over. There it is. And we'll do a reload, and it appears. That's all there is to it. Okay, you notice that we've got a text file, a PDF, a zip, X, same thing I was showing you. Now here's our folders. The test, okay, there's a zip file in the test there. And videos, there's a video file. And of course we navigate by doing this. That is really all there is to it. I tell you, it's just plain magic. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and get your copy now before I decide to come to my mind and jack the price up. Have a great day.